And then we start removing the exhaust system. It comes off the car in one piece currently, but we're going to fix that. Undo the two V-bands at the header collectors, and then we undo the hanger on each one of the mufflers, left side, then right side. There's a single hanger in the center that ties the two tailpipes together. Then we go drop the whole thing out, run to the toolbox and grab something, set the camera up on the side of the car, drag that monstrosity out, and then we can go do other stuff.
Alright, well, with the exhaust system out of the car, you can see that it's all essentially one piece. I got all support welded in here that ties the tailpipes from the two different mufflers together so that they're aligned properly in the exhaust outlet on the back of the car. Made the sweet X pipe and never welded the X pipe to the mufflers so that it would be easy to basically just move this thing around as I needed to be able to install it and take it apart by myself. Then I realized, instead of making it all this one giant piece that's difficult to handle, I should go ahead and put a V-band here and a V-band there, and then make this tailpipe support a little a two-piece deal that bolts together in the center with two bolts that would be parallel. My finger's not exactly parallel, but it's a good enough example. So anyway, by making that a two-piece bolt-together deal with two fasteners through it, that would maintain the alignment of the tips, but also it would make the mufflers individually serviceable, so I don't have to lift this 60-pound monstrosity and then try and finagle it out from under the car with the X pipe having the height that it does. So yeah, that's just a serviceability thing that I'm working on. As long as I'm taking it apart, I might as well address that right away. So I'm gonna get that done now.
So I grabbed some PPE and I grabbed the death wheel and I cut the X pipe right where it goes into the muffler inlets. I realize at this point that the cutting disc I'm using is too small, so I swap on a bigger one, and then I'm able to flip the X pipe around, cut both sides of it, and ready to go to the next step.
Alright, so as you can see, I got the mufflers separated from the X pipe. What you can't see is that there's about an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch of the X pipe stub still in the end of the muffler. And that's good because what I'm going to end up doing is cutting about an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch off of the length here, because on the inside of the V-band, it'll end up here so you can see inside it, from the inside shoulder of side 1 to the inside shoulder of side 2 is about almost exactly 1 inch. So I have to take an inch out of the length of the pipe. So what I'll end up doing is, to make room for the V-band. So what I'll end up doing is I'll take a little bit more than an inch off here, probably an inch and a half, just leaving enough of a spigot on it that the little stub of X pipe still fits in there nicely. And then I can tack that in place in a couple spots after I cut this off, right? So then that will be that stub inside the muffler now. I'll remove that before I make that cut. And then I will arrange it so that the V-band and that little stub made up properly to the piece of the V-band. I get my freaking letters mixed up. The X pipe and the V-band, so they'll line up appropriately, so that everything still packages the same, so that the space between the tips and the alignment of the tips doesn't change. So that's the next thing I got to figure out, is figure that out and make those cuts. Okay, so as you can see, there's a bunch of cuts made, and there's half a V-band there, and there's half a V-band there. And what I'm going to do now is show you why I did the way I did, and how I had to do it over, because I knuckleheaded it up the first time. So with everything basically in in-car position, I don't yet have the V-bands tacked to the X pipe yet. They fit on like this, right? So with those two pieces there, then I originally cut these sleeves off and then realized I had done wrong. Instead of cutting those sleeves, I should have been cutting on the X pipe. Because by keeping these sleeves long and shortening them only a little bit as needed, it gave me some adjustability for how this thing is going to assemble. And then I'll tack it all in place on the car. And yeah, so right now you can see that they just barely sort of, well, if I move everything back all the way, it's more than just barely, I suppose. It will slip together like this. And there's enough of a gap at each of the joints that, I can hang the X pipe off the headers, and then I can hang the mufflers from the hanger deal there, and the hanger deal there, and then I got a centerpiece here. Right now I can't take the mufflers apart from each other because this is welded to both a tailpipe off of each muffler. I will be replacing this, but for now I was using it to hold things in alignment. I'm going to put this all back up on the car and tack it all in place tonight before I quit. So yeah, you'll see what's happening there.
So go through a little shiggle and wiggle of time lapse, getting the mufflers back in place, hung up by the rubber straps, get that center mount in position, and then I can move on to putting the X pipe in place. Get the V-band lined up on the passenger side header collector. It's kind of fought me a little bit, but it wasn't too bad, I suppose. Then as soon as I zip that up, I get moved onto the driver's side, then I hit the passenger side again, and that's it.
All right, so check it out. With the X pipe bolted in place, both V-bands up there connected to the headers, and now it just sort of hangs in space, and it's got some flexibility to it. You can see I got a gap on that side where one half of the V-band clamp isn't in place yet, and on the other side, you can see that both sides of the V-band are in place and touching. And the reason I did it this way is so that I would have some flexibility of adjustment, so the cuts didn't all have to be exactly right, and also so I would be able to slip it together while the mufflers are still connected to each other by this piece of square tube that is actually the center mount. I'm going to remake that in two pieces so that then the mufflers can come off independently. But for now, I was using it to help me with the alignment while I made these cuts and got these parts lined up. So what I will do now is I will put the other half of the V-band here, slip this piece out to meet it. At that point, everything should be perfectly relaxed. The tips, I don't think I can get far enough away from it for you to tell, but they are exactly centered where I need them to be, under the license plate and center of the car. So, yeah, that's what's next.
So I zip the V-bands together, get everything lined up, get ready for the next step.
All right, so now we're going to take a look at it from underneath. This is the passenger side. Sorry for the shaky camera, but I'm laying on my back trying to do this with one hand. So you can see, let me find a better place to stick my magnet light. Over here, that'll work. Right there. Got better light on there now. So you can see that the V-band is structured at the bottom. If I wiggle it back, you'll see a gap, right? So I just need to wiggle it inboard and wiggle, jiggle, get it all lined up, right? The V-band itself is clamped tight. So I know that my flanges are perfectly aligned, or appropriately aligned. Maybe nothing's perfect, right? So all I got to do then is rotate this a bit so that it's in a happy position with the gap closed at the bottom. I'll throw a tack probably here and here from the bottom, and then it'll be easier to do one from the top. And this side is a little tighter than the driver's side, so I'm going to do the passenger side first. The driver's side has a little bit more flexibility, so if anything moves around while I'm welding the passenger side here, I can accommodate that with the driver's side over there. Groovy. Yep, good enough. So I throw one tack at the top on each side, and I'll throw a couple over here. So maybe that first. Oops. Actually, I want that to be a little different. Hope it's not wrecking the camera shot. Nope, that's actually not what I wanted anyway. No blue. That's way better. Yep, everything's solid. Honestly, that's enough for tonight. I don't fuck anything up. Quit on a good note, maybe. So I still got two perimeter welds to make. One where I had to rejoin the sleeve because I cut it in the wrong place the first time. I got my theories mixed up. My original intent was to leave this sleeve at its full length, cut the X pipe to give the clearance for the V-bands, plus a little bit of slip here. And then I got carried away with the death wheel in my hand, and I cut this, I cut the 1 inch out of this, instead of cutting it out of the X pipe. That was dumb. But tacked them back together between the weld seam and a couple of tape marks that I had. I knew exactly how they lined up, so I put the sleeves back together on both sides, and then just cut the X pipe. That gave me the clearance that I needed, allowed me to have some sliding here, so that I could assemble it on car with the mufflers in place, make everything exactly the way I want it. I know that it'll install properly, and then I'll go ahead tomorrow probably, and I'll make the piece that's going to go between the two tailpipes, but it's going to bolt together. It'll be one piece here, and they'll bolt together, the two bolts in the center. That'll keep control the droop this way, so it'll keep the tailpipes aligned the way I want them, but it will allow me, just by pulling the two bolts out to hold those two tabs together, it will allow me to remove the mufflers individually. Because this thing was all worse, man. It probably, between the two mufflers and the X-pipe, doing it with all in one piece was a giant pain in the neck. It was way more effort than I wanted it to be. So, hell yeah, process improvement, brother. And then I'll go ahead tomorrow probably, and I'll make the piece that's going to go between the two tailpipes, but it's going to bolt together. It'll be one piece here, and they'll bolt together with 2 bolts in the center. That'll keep control the droop this way, so it'll keep the tailpipes aligned the way I want them, but it will allow me, just by pulling the 2 bolts out, hold those 2 tabs together, it will allow me to remove the mufflers individually. Because this thing is a horse, man. It probably, between the 2 mufflers and the X-pipe, doing it with all in one piece was a giant pain in the neck. It was way more effort than I wanted it to be. So, hell yeah, process improvement, brother. All right, back at it on the Corvair. I left off last night. I got the V-bands tacked in place to make the mufflers removable, but the tailpipes are still connected, and I need to make them not connected. I got an idea for the bracket. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. My goal, what I'm trying to achieve today, is to make sure that the tips always stay in this alignment, centered under the car and equally spaced, except for the gap in the middle is slightly larger, and I can probably tweak that a little as I go through this. So I currently have this little piece of square tube with a single hole punched through it in the middle, and an all thread that hangs the mufflers with a couple of rubber bushings, and it's not complete, it's just how it is right now. Basically acts like an old school sway bar end link. But anyway, that keeps the tips positioned vertically where I want them. But because that piece of square tube is tacked to both mufflers, it means that I can't take the mufflers off individually yet, even though I have added the V-bands. So what I gotta do is make this a 2-piece deal. And I think all I'm gonna do is cut a couple pieces of, I don't know, 14 gauge, maybe 16 gauge, whatever it is. I have some of it on the shelf. So I'm gonna take a couple pieces of flat and just make a little, 3/4 tall by, I don't know, 3 inches long, whatever it is. I'll get 2 of them, one for each side. I'm basically just gonna plate them onto probably the removable side, I suppose. Or not the removable side, but the short side of the cut. And then I'm just gonna cut this like that. And then tack the strip here, and tack it here. No, I can't tack it here, never mind, forget I said that. I'll tack it here and here, drill a hole here, drill a hole here, and then with 2 small through bolts, that will keep the alignment of the muffler so they can't get all frowny faced, the tips can't droop or rotate relative to each other, etc. And then I can continue to use this type of hanger in the center to support, to adjust the attitude of them so the tips aren't pointed down or pointed up. I want to keep them as horizontal as I can, right? So that should basically do all I need to do, and I'm gonna get at it now. So, given the hardware limitations of my crap that I have on the shelf and my unwillingness to go buy other shit, what I'm going to do is use these freaking 1/4 20 riv nuts in the square tube here. That'll require me to punch these holes out to 3/8 here, and then the riv nut drops in, and then you crush it with the riv nut tool, and then I'll open these holes out to just a little bit of clearance for a 1/4 20, and it'll clamp up, and there'll be a little bit of standoff difference this way because of the lip of the riv nut being on the outside of the hole. But since I don't have this piece welded to the tailpipe yet on the other muffler, that's not going to matter. That will not hurt a thing. So cool, that's where we're at. Well, let's just say nobody's going to confuse me for a professional welder, but I got penetration, I got solid beads all the way around, and I'm not going to worry about it coming apart or leaking, and that's all that matters. So there you have it. You saw from start to finish how I went from having one giant piece of exhaust system that went from the V-bands at the header collectors all the way through both mufflers. It was a giant cumbersome pain in the neck to deal with. Cumbersome being probably just as bad as heavy, right? It was just a pain in the ass the way I did it the first time. But doing it the first time was just to make sure everything worked. Now, as I go through the car, I look at each thing and decide what should be reworked. So that's one of those things. Anyway, we saw the process from start to finish, including a few mistakes along the way. But you learn from the mistakes, you move on, you come up with a better design, right? First design has to be 51%. Second design should be 99%. So that's what I shoot for.